The Stains of Life. This experiment was conducted by me, Alisa Limin, José Laud, Brian Yoon, and Gerardo Rodriguez. Experimental design. Our objective was to determine which cleaning agent was more effective and to see whether the product being biodegradable or non-biodegradable affects the agent's cleaning properties. Our variables. The first variable, the controlled variable, was the surface, in this case, the shirts, being cleaned only by water. Our independent variable was the type of cleaning agent, whether it's biodegradable or non-biodegradable. Our third variable was the dependent variable, this being the amount of dirt, in this case, coffee stains, being cleaned off of the surface, the shirts, and the product it's being tested on. Our hypothesis was that if the cleaning agent is non-biodegradable, it will clean better due to the fact that it has more aggressive and abrasive chemicals, whereas the biodegradable, since it's biodegradable, it has softer chemicals and it will be less effective. Our methodology. We conducted 2 experiments. They both begin by preparing a stain solution. In this case, it's coffee grounds and water, then applying the respective agent. The difference between the two is that in the first one we use 10 milliliters and in the second one we use 20. The third step is to manually scrub the rag for 30 seconds, then rinsing it with water, with cold water for 1 whole minute, and then letting it dry for an hour. After that, we take images of the results and we compare them. Data collection. Here you can see the shirts we used, the difference between both of them when using the coffee stains and washing them, and how each biodegradable agent and non-biodegradable agent did its job. Also, you can see the coffee and the items that we used to conduct this experiment. Data analysis. Well, both cleaning agents were effective at removing the stains, even though the non-biodegradable agent was slightly more effective, even though both results were almost completely the same. We also came to the conclusion that the reason the non-biodegradable agents are used more is not because they are necessarily better, but because they are more attainable, whereas the biodegradable agents are less in stock and you have to search harder to acquire them. Safety standards. The precautions that we took was washing our hands before and after handling the materials, not having any direct contact with the cleaning agents, always using a tool, whether it's water or a spoon or a bowl. Also cleaning our workspace. This is very important so as to not have any accidents where you drop something and it falls on you and having an incident. Also, no contact with the face area, the eyes, the mouth, nothing while conducting the experiment, and cleaning the workspace and the materials while conducting it. The reason safety precautions are so important is to prevent any preventable injuries that could harm you in any sort of way, especially since we're using such corrosive and dangerous chemicals. Critical question 1. Well, we chose to, choosing to use harmful chemicals just because they are cheaper or easier to obtain is one of the answers. Also, continuing to manufacture these chemicals just because you get more profit when you could be using a more softer alternative, aka the famous quote, quantity over quality. Looking for alternatives so as to not be the problem and to try and be part of the solution, trying to find an easier way, and also being conscious of the negative impact it has on our planet and still taking that choice to use the chemicals. Critical question 2. Well, finding a way to recycle or to dispose of these products so as to not contribute to the contamination, and not like, for example, dropping it in the ocean, like trying to find a way to contain these. Adding a warning to the product so as to whenever someone sees it, they can know and they have that conscious choice of deciding to use it and attempting to use an alternative to the product, even if it's not as effective. Critical question 3. Well, biodegradable products do not cause that much contamination because they are biodegradable. Also, they don't use harsh chemicals because they have to be biodegradable, so they are safer to use for you, the environment, and everything around you, the planet. And choosing biodegradable products and like taking that conscious choice is a step closer to healing the planet and being a part of the solution, not the issue. My individual conclusion. Well, I concluded that what we need is dedication to finding alternatives to chemicals and all sorts of abrasive products that could harm um, the planet and the residents of it, and also educating the people and spreading this awareness to everyone so that everyone can try to help and contribute to be a part of the solution and not the issue. And these are my sources. Thank you very much.